over there. I want to do this live stream real quick. I got to be honest with you, man. East is the best in the league right now. The balance of power has shifted to the Eastern Conference. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of glad because the Western Conference for so long ruled the league to the point to where they had no respect for the Eastern Conference. And it was always my thought process that the Eastern Conference should demand their respect. You know, if a bully keeps on picking on a nerd, a while, you know, the bully will not respect the nerd if the nerd don't take up herself. And for about 20 years, really since the days of Michael Jordan, you know, the Western Conference has been the schoolyard bully. And the East has not bowled well, has not fared well wise. You know, when you look at the whole team, you know, you have, you know, a superstar here, a superstar there, you know, one team in the East that can kind of compete with West. But I'm talking about, like, when you look at the whole landscape of the league, it was no comparison because the Eastern Conference was so inferior to the West. What's up, Ted? I see you, man. But now when I'm looking at these games, I'm looking at the conferences, and I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm seeing what's going on. I just watched Sports T's video. My Knicks, Sports T, because she's from New York. I'm not from New York, but I was looking for another team because I was so disgusted with the Lakers. But I've been looking at, you know, the Milwaukee Bucks, the New York Knicks, and I gotta say, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was a little worried about the Knicks, but I think what happened was it just took Cat time to, like, he had to get into the team. I think just when you start bringing in new players, making trades, so it takes a few months for the new player to kind of get, you know, antiquated with the coach's system and what they're doing on the floor, the different scheme plays that they draw up, and man, Cat is really playing, you know, with house money, really. Like, you know, he really just, because we all know he was wronged in Minnesota. Anybody with half a brain can realize that. Oh, yeah. And so now he's starting to play. You know, what's up? Salute, man. I see you Midtown. I see you Midtown breezing. And so now, you know, he's playing with house money. He don't have a lot of pressure going in there and just playing carefree, playing Anthony Towns basketball. And the New York Knicks have gone on a 9-game winning streak. And like I said, you know, and the crazy thing is without Brunson, you know, I think the last few games, they've been dependent on Karl Anthony Towns. And now, for the life of me, I don't know whether the Minnesota Timberwolves lost their brains. But when you look at Minnesota and compare them to New York, that was the dumbest trade. Julius Randle didn't belong in that system. They shouldn't have made that. That was stupid. I guess they had so much praise for Anthony Edwards, but I always tell Karl Anthony Towns has been the heartbeat of that team since he's been in Minnesota. Yes, Anthony Edwards is great. Anthony Edwards is probably a better basketball player all around. You know, he's a human highlight reel, but Cat does all the little things. The intangible defensive player, and some of you haters try to give him credit. Well, man, Cat don't play. Yes, he does defense. You know what I'm saying? So you know, to me, Karl Anthony Towns, he's just as good, if not better than Anthony Davis. That's just the truth. Plus, he's younger than Anthony Davis. I think he's a little bit more athletic, probably just as strong, just as fast, great rebounder. He's just tough. He's a banger down low. And I guess Minnesota thought that your boy Anthony Edwards was so good he didn't need it. They found out the grass is not always green on the other side. Now you've been exposed. Now you're seeing that your old boy was a little bit than y'all was giving him credit for being. So let's just call it what it is. Now they're getting exposed, man. That's just the reality of it. Minnesota is a joke now at this point. Yeah, Davis is soft. Yeah, you already know that. I'm trying to get away from talking about the Lakers so much, man. A team that's not just barely in the play-in tournament. But I got to give it up. Oh, man, I appreciate it, Flavor. Got it, shit, man. Appreciate the love, man. The truth of the matter is, man, the Eastern Conference, it's time that we give it up for the East. Kenny Atkinson should be a head coach of the year. He turned this team around. He made Spotty Mitchell and these guys buy into his system, and now they're playing. They have a well-balanced basketball team, and these guys are playing like dogs. They got everything. They got the shooting, defensive. They have the shooting, defense, the rebounding, and they look like a team. You know what I'm saying? It's like last year, it was like Donovan Mitchell and everybody else. Man, thanks, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate the love, man, for the subscribe, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like when y'all come in the room. So, Kenny Atkinson, Tom Thibodeau, these guys are showing us some good old hard-nosed, just tough defense. These guys are paying close attention to detail. The great coaches are the coaches that emphasize defense and emphasize detail. Well, defense is detail, but like a really attention to detail. With the coach, I used to always tell my players, pay attention to detail, ATD. And those are the coaches. Oh man, I appreciate it, man. Another subscription, man. Y'all showing a lot of love today. Y'all almost got me at 3,500 subscribers. I'm gonna do a special video. I might reach 3,500 today. If I do it, I'm gonna talk about what y'all want to talk about. Let y'all get involved. Come on here and give your comments. Yeah, defense wins championships. You're right. And man, I'm just glad to get my NBA back, man. I'm glad. I don't know why viewership is down. Like I said, it may just have something to do with, once LeBron James. I think the whole league, guys, are just sick of LeBron. And I think once this clown gets out of the league, I think you're going to see viewership start to go back up again. Because to me, this is the best NBA's been since, like, Kobe, man. Kobe when he was in his prime, and Gilbert Arenas and all them guys, and Metta World Peace, all them dudes. This is the best it's been since that time. And I think the East is as good as it's been since the Jordan era, man. And you got to give props. You got to give credit where credit's due. Boston's still around, still doing their thing. I like the Knicks. I want to see either the Knicks or the Milwaukee Bucks win. But the Milwaukee Bucks they still a little bit. They're a little bit. The Knicks are still a little bit. They're still a little out of sorts. They still got a few things wrong with them. Consistency. I want to see a little bit more consistency from the Milwaukee Bucks. But overall, they look good, but there's still some little things. Sometimes Damian Lillard's a team player. Sometimes he's lame dollar. Sometimes, and that's not going to work. What makes Spotty Mitchell better than Damian Lillard? I had to drink this little protein shake. I didn't grind up all the fruit good. But, yeah, man, Splash Brothers. Well, they're not on the same team no more, so they're not relevant anymore. I mean, they had their era, man. The Golden State Warriors, there's no way that era and that time. What's happening, Ted? What's going on, little CJ in the building? Lane Oliver scored 9 points. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He ain't consistent, man. That's the thing. If you're going to win championships, you got to get some consistent play from your role players. And Lillard's supposed to be, he's one making all that money. He's supposed to be a star. He's not doing what he's supposed to on a consistent basis. That's what kills me about today's NBA players. They want these large contracts, but they don't want to go out there and produce and do what needs to be done on the floor. Compensate for all of those big salaries they get, They get these big deals, these max contracts. Then they go out there, they have play. What's happening tonight? I see you in the building. My man, Crestlands, Icebergs, I'm glad to see the Cavs doing so well. Yeah. Yep. Build over the season, they've been playing. Yeah, that's what happens when you build organically. You don't build a team over try to please a 40-year-old washed up has-been who's panting and whining and crying and throwing temper tantrums like a little baby. Naturally, and I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Part of me wants Cleveland to win so bad. So they can finally get that LeBron James, that foul stench of LeBron out of the atmosphere, get it out of their mouth. Because now LeBron James, and what's so funny, like I told Too Raw for TV the other day, we was laughing, but I said, if Cleveland wins the championship, LeBron James fans still gonna be trying to give him credit for it. They'll say something dumb like, LeBron is the culture. I'm like, y'all, any way to let this lame duck piece of crap give him credit for stuff that he didn't earn. Man, I've never seen somebody just bend over backwards for one player more than his fanboys do. I'm like, I don't want to spend a lot of time on this video talking about LeBron James, not what it's about, but it's just funny. That's why, like, part of me does want Cleveland to win for that reason. But I think the champions might come out of the East this year. You know, the Boston Celtics won the championship. But I don't see Boston winning this year. I mean, they're good enough to win. But I just think, man, some of them other teams are a little hungrier. And that all kind of depends on the referees, cheat, because y'all know how Boston, how that whole Boston, to tell the truth. So I can see if Boston don't make the final, they make the finals, then you got to worry about the referees. But I think Milwaukee got what it takes to beat them. I think because I was kind of down on Cleveland a little bit. I was really down on Cleveland, but I was like a wait and see thing for me. D'Lo go average 20. I hope so, man. I want to see D'Lo do well. Now he finally got out from up under the curse of that piece of crap narcissist. Yeah, they cherry picking more. Yeah, points. Standing at half court, outlet pass. I want Magic to win. Yeah, Orlando, they all right. They all right. What's happening, Mike? What's going on, guys? Favorite, I see. But at first I was kind of down on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Not so much that I was so much down on them, but my thought process was that Cleveland had proved nothing yet. Like I still think in the playoffs they're gonna run into it. It just depends on how they handle it. Because like I said, Kenny Atkinson, he deserves Coach of the Year. But when it comes down, it just depends on how they can react to adversity. So far, they stood the test. As a team, they're shooting well. They're playing great defense. They're just doing everything. They're clicking on all cylinders. You can tell they listen to their coach. They're buying into their culture. But I'm going to tell y'all something. I've been watching NBA basketball for a long time. I'm old. I'm 47 years old. This is a big difference between the playoffs and the regular season. We're going to see. We stick around and figure it out. But I'm a little, it's still kind of a way, but I think Cleveland has proven enough to me now to where I could see where they could take down a Boston or somebody like that. But I'm a little bit more up on them than I was a month ago. I'll go back and watch the videos I did about them about a month ago. Now I'm a little bit more up on them, where I think that they probably could have a better chance. They could probably fare better against Boston, but just the playoffs. If they can handle the pressure, because they experience, they can handle the pressure of playing on a stage that large. But if they can't, they're gonna succumb. Yeah, Lucy J, you right. Even serious, dude. Serious. Salute. Happy New Year, my man. I gotta train my mind to like the Cavs now. Now that's when I started liking Cleveland when LeBron James left. What's up, Jeremy Stewart? Yeah, they can make it. I think they can make it to the final. The problem is, I think experience might come back to bite them. It might, but then trying to get past Boston is going to be tough in the East. Or Milwaukee, Cleveland could struggle against me. It's hard to beat a Giannis Antetokounmpo team because you got to think about it, when you're in a 7-game series, you think you got to win 4 out of 7 times, man. That's not an even for any team, let alone a team with Giannis, who's top 3 in the league right now. You said you think the Knicks can get who out of the Cavs? Possibly. Midtown Breezy, I like you. You've been on my channel. One of my pet peeves on this channel, I'm not going to block you or nothing like that. Moderators, don't mess with him. I don't like those little characters. Those things are a distraction to me. So just, if you want to use an emoji or something, but them little cartoon things, those things bother me. So, I ain't going to mess with you on this one, but for future reference, don't put those in the chat. It annoyed me. Sabonis in a trade. Is he really? Where's he going? Sabonis, where's he going? What are they talking about? Finals prediction, guys' favorite. I got Milwaukee in the East. The West, I don't know about the. I'm gonna be honest. For the first time in like really covering the NBA, I've cared a little bit less. I can see Oklahoma City. It'd be good to see a Milwaukee or a Cleveland versus an Oklahoma City Thunder. I think a lot of y'all sleeping on Oklahoma City. So a lot of y'all just trying to give it to Denver. Denver, they're good this year, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. They're not bad, but they're not. You know, some of y'all just want to hand the championship to Denver. Man, Denver, they're not that good, man. What's Denver in the West? Like fourth, fifth, something like that. I got Milwaukee winning it. I got Milwaukee winning the championship. Okay, Midtown. Appreciate it, fam. Yeah, you ain't do nothing. Like I said, you didn't know, man. So I can't hold you accountable for something you didn't know. It just bothers me. It just annoys me a little bit. It kind of just, it's a distraction. I can't focus when I see those little emoji things. You still believe in the Mavs? Well, I mean Dallas. I mean, yeah. I mean, I mean Dallas is good. You mentioned them. They good. Golden State. Some teams just always gonna kind of be in the mix. I haven't really looked at. I've been paying more attention to the standings, but I haven't paid as much attention to the West because like every year I pay more attention to the West. But this year, man, like I said, the East is better. The East is by far better than the Western Conference this year. You know, I got to give credit where credit is due, man. These guys, man, are stepping up, man. You know, Doc Rivers he got to get a little bit more consistent play from Dame Lillard. Dame Lillard can't, one game he want to play defense, the next game he don't want to play defense. You know what I'm saying? But that's what happens when you get all these guys, man, give them all these deals and all this kind of stuff, man. It just guys, they're not motivated to play basketball, man. It's unfortunate. You know, it's unfortunate. These guys are just, like I said, 1 minute he's team Dame, next minute he's lame. You know, you got to be consistent. You need consistent play from these guys, man, if they want to win a championship. I mean, Doc Rivers is doing everything. Darvin Ham, they doing everything. The coaching staff over there is doing everything that it takes to win. But the players, you know, you can't be, man. You got to be, I mean, the Bible talks about that. You can't be lukewarm. You got to be either hot or cold. And these guys, man, they're not consistent. And, that's what's killing them. You know, especially when you got Chris Middleton in and out of the lineup. He's kind of a liability because of his health, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I hope, that I wouldn't, if I was Milwaukee, unpopular opinion, but I would explore the possibility of a trade that involves Chris Middleton. It's not, his player value is not great. He's just not, his health, he's not consistently healthy. So that's problematic for any team move forward. So that probably would hurt his trade value anyway, just because of his lack of availability. Because I mean the best ability is available. He said, "Damn, kind of trash to me." He's trash. I just say sometimes he just seems disinterested. When he's dialed in, when Dame Lillard's Dame time, he's one of the shooting guards in the game, point guards in the game, depending on what he's playing that night. But, when he's not, he's more of a liability because he's not going to give you anything on the defensive end of the floor on a consistent basis. And then, it hurts spacing. It hurts, it messes up the defensive schemes when, somebody can come play help defense because he missed his man. Then it breaks down the defense. So that's a problem. So, yeah, that's the issue with, I'm doing one of my sports videos. I just think that's the problem with the Milwaukee Bucks. No, I wouldn't dare compare this guy to Steph Curry. He ain't nowhere near on Steph Curry's level. That's an insult to Stephen Curry. No, man, he ain't even a fake Steph Curry. He ain't even that good, man. No, Damian Lillard's game is completely different. Steph Curry takes better shots. Damian Lillard just throws the ball up and on a wing and a prayer, just hope it falls through the net. That's not smart. Dame Lillard, he's not a smart player. That's his problem. He's a fake. That's fun. It's little CJ, you crazy, man. I'm about to jump off here, man, because I get to the gym, man. But, I got more content coming today. But y'all have a good one. Brandon Love Sports TV. Shout out to the LD Lions Den basketball community. This your boy. I'm out. Peace.